WODProof may not be a Concept2 specific app, it's kind of for functional fitness as well as rowing, but it has things like training programs that you can look at in order to improve that side of your world. However, it does have a couple of really interesting features for us as rowers. Now, one of these is that it'll do exactly what the name is, WODProof. You can load up a row, it will then program the monitor, and it will video you doing that row as long as you set it up properly, and it will have your metrics on screen so that it will then be something that you can send to someone to accurately prove that that is your 2K row time. However, what they've just released is the bionic rowing thing. I'm sure there's a better word for it, where it will analyze your technique and it will tell you what you might need to improve. Now, it will do this for you in real time. However, I'm going to row and we'll take a look at what it thinks my technique issues are, which there are myriad issues. And then we will then do a review of that video afterwards to see exactly what it says. All right, so the setup for analysis is surprisingly simple. Where some previous technique analysis software have had you add little stickers to the seats and your elbows and shoulders, this one seems to use a fantastic artificial intelligence to just know where the points in your body are that are important to look at when it comes to technique. So all you need to do is set your camera and your machine up in a position where you are able to fill the white box with the machine. This then gives you the headroom above that white box for your body so that the app can tell what you are doing. Then all you need to do is strap in and start rowing. Now, like I said, it's designed to send real-time feedback via your headphones so you can adjust your stroke as you row. However, for today's example, I didn't want to know what I was doing, so that's why we're reviewing it now. Okay then, so at the end of that is giving me a test summary, and it's just trying to work out exactly what it means, but looking at it, I think its biggest problem seems to be an early knee bend. It's got 56% early knee bend, so it's obviously on that return. I must be bending my knees too soon as far as how it wants it to be. Well, it just will be too soon. So it also gives me a video, so let's take a look and see.
Go for it. Start rowing.
Here we go. You can see I'm quite tense because I've just woken up.
Remember the recovery flow. Arms forward, hips closed, then bend your knees.
All right, so that'll be because I'm bending my knees too soon.
Bending your knees too early.
Okay, bending my knees too early.
Turn your hands before bending your knees.
He's really having a go at me.
Recover with your hands first, then your hips, then your knees.
All right, okay.
Allow the handle to clear your knees before you bend them.
He's trying to say it in so many different ways.
Awesome work.
All right, so I eventually obviously got it when I'd warmed up a little bit.
Keep it up.
Let's be checking to see.
You're bending your knees too early.
Still bending my knees too early again.
Great job rowing.
Oh, thank you very much. And we're done. Okay, right, so what else do we get? We get redo test, so I can do it again to see if I've improved. But it's, I mean, I tell you what we'll do. I'm going to set that up again and I'm going to try and do a really worse technique and see what it says in that one. Oh. Okay. I don't know if it's liking the fact that I want to do another one. I don't know whether this is an app failure or whether, because when I quit out of my original row, it was saying something about you can do another one in a few days' time. So I don't know whether it doesn't like the fact that I'm trying to do another one so soon. But that's not ideal, because say you had a little bit of a glitch in your first video and you're like, actually, no, I know that something was wrong there, I want to have a better go. So, all right, I'm going to have to stop because obviously it's not going to let me do another run through where I'd try to do a row with awful technique, like worse than my normal technique, because I do wonder, it was only really picking up on that early knee bend for me. And as much as I try and have a good technique, I'm sure there are other issues with my technique other than an early knee bend. So it would have been nice to have been able to look at that. However the app is set up, it seems like it's not going to give me that option. Now, WODProof as a whole is a good app, okay? I'm not. This isn't a review of the app itself. I've really just been looking at the bionic rowing side of it, looking at my technique. If you are into that functional fitness thing and you're interested in those kind of training programs, then it is a good offering. It does do the whole WODProof thing where you can connect your Concept 2 to it, and you can then create a video proving it was you rowing whatever time that you're submitting. Now, some people, I know loads of people want to get apps for free nowadays, and so the $19.99 a month value might be a lot, especially Concept 2 just rower people might be like, that's just a bit heavy for what it's offering. However, if this is the kind of thing that the entire app, when you look at it, all the things it offers you, if that's what you're going to use, you got to figure $19.99 isn't that much to pay for. I mean, we can't all expect to get everything for free nowadays. In the world of like erg datas and erg zones, we get used to it all being free. But Adam, the developer on this, puts in a lot of work into it, and I can see it changing over and over again with the things that he's adding into it. This bionic rowing thing, the programming, the algorithms or whatever for that to get it created must have taken a lot of time, work, effort, etc. So it's fair enough that you pay for this kind of thing. So it's just whether you think you'd get the value out of $19.99 a month for it. If you're going to use the entire stuff, you would. If you're only going to use the technique check thing every couple of days, then there are other solutions out there. There's one website I use where you can upload a video of you rowing and it will take a look at your body angles and tell you where you're kind of opening up too early and whatever. However, this is after the fact rather than it being real time like WODProof gives you, and that is really valuable. If you can be sitting on the machine rowing and you've got something in your ear saying you're bending your knees too early, you know to stop. Whereas if you're just watching a video afterwards, you've just done a half-hour row and reinforced all that bad form into your legs. So yeah, you may want to take a look at WODProof. You can find it on the App Store, certainly for iOS. I'm not entirely sure whether it's there for Android. However, I do hope that you enjoyed watching me trying to get on the machine at row at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm off for some breakfast. I will see you in one of my other videos. Until then, bye-bye.